last but not least, my beautiful Cancers. All right, guys. So let's jump into your February 2020 reading. Now, guys, just so you know, I always do all of the readings in the order of people who watch them. You know, whoever is watching them, whatever's in demand, that's what I start with. So if you guys ever want your videos to be first or just higher up on the scale, start watching, all right? Okay, Cancer. So February 2020. We're going to take a look at your past, present, and future. Now, this will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Cancer signs. And keep in mind, guys, the energy is transferable. It could be something that you're going through. It could be something that a person around you is going through, or, you know, just like an environment around you. All right. So what is going on with the sign of Cancer? February 2020. Okay, guys. So we have your past, present, and future. Okay, guys. So the energy that we have here is the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So definitely something from the past that is coming back in or attempting to come back in, or maybe something from the past you guys are attempting to reach out. But it's like there's this energy here of, oh no, I see this for what it is. I'm not getting myself into this, okay? So let's start with your past. The first card that you guys have here is the Chariot. So this could be something that had to do with travel. Maybe you moved locations where you worked. Maybe you moved where you were living. Why is this Chariot here? We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. And you have the Seven of Swords. So maybe someone did some sort of trip, or maybe someone had something that really took off, but they had to keep it quiet because maybe it could have caused unhappiness. I also see that maybe someone secretly just did something that made someone else unhappy, whether it was like a secret trip or I don't know why I'm getting secret trip. I know that's super, super specific. A secret trip of some sort, or again, something that someone just took off with, but they really just want to stay quiet about it because it could have caused someone else to be unhappy. There's definitely a lot of burden that was released in whatever this was. But there's something it's like you knew you couldn't accept. So let's keep going and see how this all comes out. Now, the next card you guys have for the past is a Death card in the reverse. So having to close something out, having to finish something out, unfinished business. There's something that's unfinished, but you know in your heart and soul that it doesn't make you happy at this point. Okay? Too much fighting, too much arguing, too much pettiness. For a lot of you, maybe specifically this has to do with business. Maybe you got some sort of advance and you don't want people around you to know because maybe a lot of people are fighting for the same position, or maybe this is something that other people desired. Even if it's like your own personal thing, like let's say you're CEO, maybe you have people that are envious of you. I don't know why I get that so specifically. But there's an advancement of some sort, but you're keeping it quiet because it can stir the pot somehow. Why is this Five of Wands here? Eight of Cups in the reverse again. And you have the Hanged Man. So you guys are in a place where you're not going to bend over backwards. You're not going to jump through hoops if something doesn't realistically seem feasible for you. But again, there's something from the past that I feel keeps trying to re-enter. And you guys just, for some of you, maybe this is something you entertained, but if this was something that was burdening, you definitely didn't. You didn't take any paths that would have just added more strain to you, or on you rather. Okay. So let's start with the present moment. We have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So not seeing eye to eye with someone, a fallout of some sort, maybe the fallout of a marriage, a relationship, a business partnership. Maybe money not working in the way that you thought it would. Are you not building financially the way that you wanted to? Okay, there could have been some sort of blockage. Okay, yeah, there's definitely some sort of blockage here where you guys see manipulation in something. You could have been dealing with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but you guys are very clear on what's not working for you, and it's rejected. You're letting this go because you just don't feel like you're going to get something solid out of this. You know, with your core energy here being the King of Pentacles in the reverse, it's clear that there's something where you weren't 100% invested, or maybe somebody around you wasn't 100% invested. Maybe you were spending too much, or you lost too much money. Why is this King of Pentacles in the reverse? Ace of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. You guys saw me switching the deck up, so you guys know I shuffled this. But there's definitely just something reckless. You guys are really having like a strong epiphany that something's just really not going to work out. There could be a lot of debilitation here, but your soul is screaming to get out of something. And I see you guys protecting yourself fiercely from this. Okay. All right. So why is the Strength card here? We have the Page of Pentacles. And the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So again, you know, there's definitely something here that's not going to move forward. You guys are just removing yourself completely, or maybe someone else is. But I feel like what's tough about this is the fact that someone just really wanted this, but it's just something that could not be trusted. Okay. So you guys see the reality of a situation. You're seeing things for what it is. You know what step to take next. There's no more fog around you. But I feel like a lot of you are conflicted about what's being seen, or someone around you is conflicted by what's being seen. Okay, and we have the Lovers card. So an undeniable truth, where someone just gets to the point where they're like, look, I did everything I could, but this is too toxic, and it's time for a new chapter. And that's exactly what Spirit wants for you guys, okay? But when you guys have the Hierophant, and especially with the Ace of Cups behind it, that's very beautiful. You know, this could be very tumultuous, but with you guys closing this out, you're pushed in a direction where you're actually following your destiny, your sole purpose, the reason why you're here. So that's an awesome thing, and it's like you're really dodging a bullet, and there's going to be a lot worth celebrating. You just have to get over the initial destruction that you might feel, the initial change that you might feel. Okay. All right, so why is this Knight of Pentacles here? We have the Temperance card in the reverse. Queen of Swords in the reverse. You guys, again, it's just, it keeps showing the same thing. You're very, very overprotective over something that's just not going to work out. Your soul doesn't want something. And it's like, you might be looked at as like a bitch or an asshole for the way that you cut this thing off. But you stand your ground with it so strongly. You're just so over it. Like, you're just so done. That's really what I see. Look, this was not a good path. I'm completely done with this. It makes no sense at this point. We have the Four of Cups. You guys just don't want it, all right? Or someone doesn't want any part in this. So things don't go as expected, okay? And this was something that might have felt very close to you, or felt close to someone, you know, that you were dealing with. And there could be a lot of worry about this, but yeah. I'm going to take all these cards, guys, before shuffling some cards of guidance. I'm going to do another spread for you guys, because I know that there are people who go absolutely fucking nuts when they see this many reversals. Oh my God, Lisette, that's not good. Not even realizing that more than half of the reversals are actually very positive. But we're not going to get into it, right? All right, guys. So I'm going to shuffle the fuck out of this. We're going to just pull some more cards. I'm just going to let things fly out. We're just going to freestyle, see what other messages come out, and then we'll pull some guidance for you. This is just to entertain the shit talkers, honestly. All right, guys. Y'all see what I'm doing here. These are a lot of cards. I'm going to throw these back in. So far, we have the Fool card that came out, Page of Cups in the reverse, and Two of Cups in the reverse. So all in all, just with these 3 cards right here, it's going to talk about knowing that something is insincere at this point and that, you have to just part ways with it. Now, with the path that you guys are going on, it's going to be completely new. This is going to be unmarked territory. This is not something that you've tried before. Maybe it's something that you've thought about before, but not something you've actually done. Okay? With whatever it is that you have to put in the past and release, there's going to be turmoil here. I don't see someone letting something go easily. I see someone that has a lot of shit to say. Now, I love the Page of Swords because this is the most honest communicator, but in the reverse, this person is just a cunt, to be honest with you. This person is just someone that they'll be honest with you, but they're going to say it in such an unnecessary way where it's just like, oh my God, that was so hurtful. And you could have just said all of that without being as rude as you were, So it's someone that really just adds a lot of fuck it in whatever they're saying, okay? But yeah, it shows you guys are releasing something here that wasn't being reciprocated, that it wasn't fulfilling anymore, all right? And because of that, you have the Wheel of Fortune here. So something great comes into your life. It's like you're winning the lottery on life, but you have to take the path of least resistance and you have to be patient. Even if you don't have the next step figured out, if you don't know where you want to go next, there's still something that needs to be dropped and you do get over it, for sure. Okay. So let's pull you guys some cards of advice and guidance. Star card in the reverse came out. Yeah, guys, there's a need to boss up. I know that you guys can be very emotionally attached to just all the changes in your life. Just being a water sign, things are going to hit you very deeply, much deeper than, other signs at times. But something wasn't right. You were looking towards something that was just going to throw you off your path. That there was something that would have had to have been forced, that you would have had to do the most. And that it was something karmic. You got the blessings that you needed. You learned the lessons that you needed to. All right, so now it's up to you to make sure that you're dodging any further bullets and to stand strong and put yourself in a place where, eventually, if not now, you can stop worrying, okay? Something was draining you. You have to be reserved towards it. All right, so why is this Emperor here? We have the Five of Swords in the reverse. You're going to do what needs to be done so that you can avoid conflict. And again, it might not be conflict that goes away tomorrow. It might be something that takes a bit to fizzle out, but that's the route you're taking. The one that will eventually just have you be at peace, all right? Something, again, not working. Reversals love you guys today. All right, let's see. Why is this Hanged Man here? We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So yeah, you guys are just done. This is what it's showing. You guys are done with something. You're not going towards it. You dodge a bullet. Okay, maybe it was a strong love, but this is strongly saying, guys, that something was going to throw you off your game. It was going to throw you off of what your life purpose was. And you know what you need to do to be balanced. And you do that. Okay, a lot of you are in your heads. Maybe you're not trusting the decision of what you need to release, but you know what needs to be done. So stop questioning yourself. And again, I do see a new direction that a lot of you want to go in. What I would suggest is until you feel confident and sure about everything that you're doing, just kind of keep it to yourself and keep it quiet. Only because I feel like you guys are in such a vulnerable time that even if your next idea is great, if you just run it across the wrong person, they're like, oh my God, that's dumb. That could be strong enough to stop you from doing it. So you can have another idiot get in the way of what you're supposed to be doing. So know what it is that you want, go towards it, build on it, and when you feel confident about it and you know that no one's words or criticism can get in the way of what you're trying to build, then that's when you can come out with that. But yeah, your spirit is strongly fighting against something in your life right now. Okay. All right, guys. So we'll see what comes out in your next readings, how everything progresses. But if you guys are on Instagram, you can follow me, High Vibrations 44. And if you guys would like a personal reading, all of the information for that is in the description below. Guys, if you need something quick, if it is urgent, get yourself an emergency reading. It has a 24-hour turnaround max. I love you guys. Take care.